Hello students, in this video lecture we discussed about the extrusion defects, extrusion variables and extrusion dies. The proper die design of an extrusion die is extremely important to achieve the desired shape and accurate dimensions of the extruded product. The die must be capable of withstanding the high stresses created during the process and also must be resistant to wear, which is always an issue in mass productions. The two important factors in an extrusion die are mainly is the die angle, that is our alpha. With respect to the reference plane, this die angle is most important for the extrusion process, for the accuracy of the product, for the leakage of the billet material, to maintain a proper angle to the die here. Also the orifice shape. For low die angles, surface area of the die is large, resulting in increased friction at the die billet interface. If you maintain the die angle the larger, resulting in increased friction at the die billet interface. Higher friction results in higher ram force is required to move the work material towards the die. For large die angle, more turbulence in the metal flow is caused during a reduction. Increasing ram force is required. The effect of die angle on ram force is U-shaped function. So an optimum die angle exists. The optimum angle depends on various factors like work material, billet temperature and lubrications. If you see in this graph with respect to die angle and ram force, the ram force versus y-axis and die angle alpha with respect to the x-axis. The friction at low, initially the higher friction at a minimum die angle, it comes in optimum level. Slightly it will increases with higher redundant work at higher die angle. If you give the die angle a large, the friction will be increases. Due to that, the ram force also required maximum. For extrusion pressure, we require the die orifice affects the ram pressure required to perform an extrusion operation as it determines the amount of squeezing of metal billet. The effect of the die orifice shape can be accessed by the die shape factor, defined as the ratio of the pressure required to extrude a cross section of a given shape relative to the extrusion pressure for a circular cross section of the same area. This is the standard formula for that. When AX is the die shape factor in extrusion, CX the perimeter of the extruded cross section, and C is the perimeter of a circle of the same area as the actual extruded shape. The constant Cx by C varies from 1 to 6 factor. If you see the materials of the die used for hot extrusion, tool and alloy steels are used. The important properties of die materials are high wear resistance, high thermal conductivity to remove heat from the process. And for cold extrusion process, tool steels and cemented carbides are used. Carbides are a maximum used. Carbides are used when high production rates, long die life, and good dimension control are expected. In almost all industries, sorry, carbides tools are die material is used. This is all about the die materials. If you say what are the variables of the extrusion that influence the force requirement, it may be the type of extrusion, or direct or indirect extrusion process, it may be extrusion ratio, working temperature, deformation, frictional conditions at the die and the container wall. If you say extrusion ratio is defined as the ratio of the cross-sectional area of the work billet, that indicates A0, to that of the extruded part after a reduced cross-sectional of extruded part, that is AF. Since the cross-section of the billet will be greater than that of the extruded part, the extrusion ratio will always be greater than the 1. Hence, the effective strain is function of the extrusion ratio. When the extrusion ratio of a profile is low, the amount of plastic strain is also low. As a result, the amount of work done during extrusion will be less. Or in other words, extrusion force decreases with decrease in extrusion ratio. If you see the variable of working temperature, extrusion is mainly carried out at higher temperatures. Since the force for deforming a given metal reduces with increasing temperature. The most important variables occurring during the extrusion forces. Also, it will depend on the ram speed, the stroke of the ram speed, the extrusion shaper factors. Also, depending on the alloy flow stress. It is all about the variables occurring in the extrusion forces. Next, we say extrusion defects. The various defects encountered in the extrusion process, that may be internal breakage or central cracking, surface breakage, and piping. In internal breakage, we have the inhomogeneous deformation. In direct extrusion, a dead zone along the outer surface of the billet due to the movement of metal in center being higher than the periphery. After 2/3 of the billet is extruded, the outer surface of the billet, normally with oxidized skin, moves towards the center and extrudes through a die, resulting in internal oxide stringers. If you see the surface breaking, it is the ranging from a badly roughed surface to a repetitive transverse cracking, called that is fair tree cracking. Surface breakage defects, also called as the surface cracking, is a breakage on the surface of the extruded part. Most surface defects are in the form of cracks that extend from the surface into the part's material to varying degrees. The cracks usually occur along the grain boundaries. Remember that cracks usually occurs along the grain boundaries of the metals. If you see the reasons why the surface cracking occurs, The primary cause of surface cracking defect is excessive stress on the surface of the work material. Increased friction will create a more favorable environment of surface cracking. A hot extrusion, a thin form of cracking, usually is irregular and is associated with hot shortness. The most common case is to high ramp speed for the extrusion temperature. The center burst. It can occur at low extrusion ratio due to low frictional conditions on the zone of deformation at extrusion die, due to high friction at the tool blade interface. Low friction center burst. The extruded part, the center, the crack will be occurs in this defect. So see the variation in structure and properties. There will be changes in the grain growth. If you see the microstructure, there will be some changes occurs in the grain growth. The structure and the properties are varied with the extrusions due to non-uniform deformation. See, usually all metal forming processes are plastically deformed. For example, at the front and the back of the extrusion in both longitudinal and transverse directions. Regions of exaggerated grain growth due to high hot working temperatures. Initially I told the working temperature should be a constant throughout the process. Next we say the hot shortness in aluminum extrusion, it occurs due to high temperature generated cause incipient melting which cause the cracking. Also a piping called as the telepipe or a pattern created by the surface oxides and impurities being drawn to center of the product. So it is a common defect in direct extrusion process. The piping occurs in work material at the end opposite to the die. These are some extrusion defects occurs during the operations. For improper operations, the improper material combinations. Okay, thank you.